Favor literally means that when you walk into the opportunity that you have been given without the qualifications, that is naturally, probably unmerited, you've been given that grace by God. It literally means that you're going to be inadequate for the role. That you were at the back of the queue, now you're at the front of the queue. That you were not trained for that opportunity, but now you have to utilize the transferable skills that you've gotten through the entirety of your life and that you will learn to therefore then stand in that position of the role that you're now taking over by that favor. The point is that you're not going to be prepared. The point is that you're probably inadequate and you're going to feel inadequate. But then we cannot get the favor we've always prayed for. And then when we get there, just because it's hard, just because we're inadequate, just because we don't have the skills just yet, we then go back to our fixed mindset and then we say, no, we must go back to the life that we used to live when we never wanted that life to be permanent and it was never permanent for us. We cannot then overlook the opportunity we've always wanted because all of a sudden it is hard. All of a sudden we don't have the skills. All of a sudden we're in a room with people who are not like us, who are more skilled, who've been doing it for longer, who know more than us. There's nothing wrong with that. If they know more than you, then you are lucky that you were given favor in life. To be granted the network, to be granted a room of people who have more skills than you, so that your inadequacy can become adequacy by spending time with these people. Sometimes we're living in the blessing and the opportunity we've always wanted, but we are our own biggest doubters. We are the people who are telling ourselves that we're not enough, but would we be in the room if we weren't enough in the first place? That if we weren't going to be enough to learn what we need to learn to then walk into and acquire what we need to acquire to be the person we need to be. Why do we want to shrink ourselves instead of enlarging ourselves? Why do we want to shrink ourselves and play it small instead of playing it big? Because it is not about what you already are. It is about what you need to become. It is not about what you've been. It is about who you can be. And now you have the favor. So you don't quit and you don't give up and you don't change strategy when you're literally standing in front. You're literally standing in front of your promised land. You're literally standing in front of the greatest shift in your life, the greatest transition, the wealth you've always wanted to accumulate. You cannot then give up and then call it quits when you've wanted this your whole life. Giving up is not an option when favor is given to you.